You won't believe how his masterpieces turn out. At first, it may seem like it doesn't make sense to call this art, but the thing is, you just need to look at the right angle to see the beauty of his creations. When kids grew older and stopped playing with their toys, this man had this brilliant idea to turn those unused toys into something extraordinary. Just look at how realistic it is, even though it's made from what most people would consider useless junk. Take this piece, for example. At first glance, it looks like a normal bird, right? But it's not. It's made out of broken glass, metal netting, and even Barbie or He-Man's heads. And you probably didn't notice that his art is made from the most obscure objects ever. Art can be deceptive, and in the case of one striking sculpture, the trash has become a bird, an endangered species captured in a moment of serene stillness. From across the room, the piece looks so lifelike, as though it might take flight at any moment. But as you get closer, the illusion unravels. The bird isn't made of feathers and bones, it's a mix of frayed wires, shattered CDs, and cracked doll faces. It's a deep statement on fragility, extinction, and the waste we create, a masterpiece that makes you laugh, cringe, and rethink how we treat our trash. There are all the hallmark of Thomas Deininger's art. His trash structures are more than just clever, they're a commentary on the craziness of consumer culture. He doesn't just gather garbage, he carefully picks it. People even started donating their unused toys because his art was so mind-blowing. Every Barbie limb, shattered smartphone, and deflated balls is chosen with purpose. His work forces us to think about how much junk we throw away. From a distance, you might be amazed by the beauty of his pieces, but when you get closer, the illusion breaks, and you're left with the reality of what's really there. Deininger's big break came when he started creating optical illusion portraits. From far away, they look like detailed images of famous people or everyday scenes. But up close, the illusion falls apart into a jumble of discarded items that somehow come together as art. This combination of beauty and mess is what makes his work so interesting. It's not just art, it's a puzzle, a critique, and a show all at once. But as a matter of fact, Deininger didn't plan on becoming an artist. He just hated landfills and had a talent for seeing potential in trash. Growing up in Rhode Island, his first big project was a diorama of a post-apocalyptic world made entirely from his neighbor's trash. His parents were horrified, but his art teacher saw something deeper, a commentary on consumerism. It was clear Deininger had a knack for turning trash into treasure. In his early years, Deininger avoided the typical art world. He went to the University of Hartford, where he tried painting, sculpture, and sometimes passing his classes. Art school was a mix of learning new skills and dealing with big life questions. You can imagine him wandering the halls, wondering if the world really needed another still life painter, while his classmates debated abstract expressionism. It was there that he found his true inspiration: trash. Not the metaphorical kind, the actual, smelly, thrown-away stuff. After graduating, Deininger worked odd jobs to make ends meet. He painted murals for restaurants and made signs, but the monotony of "eat here" and 50% off signs got old. One day, he found a pile of old toys outside a thrift store. It was like the universe had dropped a treasure chest right in front of him. He took the toys home and started making them into a strange, mesmerizing sculpture. It wasn't just art, it was a wild creation made from consumer junk, a chaotic masterpiece born from the leftovers of convenience culture. Deininger's inspiration comes from two places: the trash can and the absurdity of modern life. He's fascinated by how we ignore the huge piles of junk we make. You can almost feel his frustration as you look at one of his works, a huge installation made entirely of fast food packaging. It's not just art, it's a mirror reflecting society's wasteful ways. But for all his biting humor, Deininger's work carries hope. By turning trash into beauty, he shows that even something as broken as a Barbie missing half an arm can be redeemed. His work has inspired a new wave of eco-conscious artists and made collectors think twice before throwing something away. If his pieces make you laugh, cringe, and maybe recycle a little more, then he's done his job. One of his most memorable pieces was a large landscape made entirely from discarded materials. From far away, it looked like a beautiful scene, maybe a peaceful countryside or a busy city. But as you got closer, the illusion broke apart into a chaotic mix of broken CDs, old toys, and other discarded junk. It was both beautiful and unsettling, showing how consumer culture destroys even our most idealized views of the world. The landscape became a powerful statement about the fragility of nature and the truth beneath our idealized images of it. Deininger's art is deeply connected to his awareness of the environment, but his approach to climate change isn't subtle. Picture his studio, a hoarder's paradise filled with everything from broken action figures to rusty kitchen tools. For Deininger, every piece of trash has potential. It's like alchemy, except instead of turning lead into gold, he turns garbage into something people want to share on Instagram. His work doesn't just make you think, it makes you squirm, laugh, and question your own role in creating waste. Deininger's installations often include moving parts. One of his pieces was a carousel of trash that slowly spun to show different angles. From one side, it looked like a mess. From another, it formed a clear image of a forest. The movement added another layer of meaning, showing how perception changes and how truth is hidden in the chaos. Deininger has worked with galleries like Bernice Steinbaum Gallery, where he gained recognition for his unique techniques and environmental messages. His art there has been called transformative, showing how materials can communicate deep ideas when used with intention and creativity. Despite his irreverence, Deininger's work has a powerful impact. Critics praise his ability to mix social commentary with impressive skill. His installations have been shown in galleries and public spaces across the U.S., sparking discussions about waste, consumer culture, and whether humanity should just give up and move to Mars. His art draws you in, even as it forces you to face uncomfortable truths about the trash we create. Thomas Deininger's journey from suburban Rhode Island to becoming a leader in sustainable art proves that seeing beauty in what others discard can radically shift how we think about waste and about ourselves. His art doesn't just challenge how we see trash, it confronts us with the uncomfortable truth that our love affair with plastic has turned the planet into a giant junk drawer. Maybe it's time to rethink not just the plastic flamingo in your yard, but the plastic straws, bottles, bags, and countless other disposables we keep tossing, as if the earth has an infinite closet to hide our mess. So what do you think of Thomas Deininger's work? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more art adventures. I'll see you in the next one.